Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
This is our weekly spin-off show to Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse, where we take the weirdest things we found on the internet this week and present them to you in an easy one after the other list format, so we can all get through it.
Like I said before, it'd be shit if it was all at once.
It would. It certainly would, but you know what? That's the way we present things nowadays.
I think it's always been done that way. I don't think we've invented it.
I'm going to say we have. Let's get on with it. Right, I've trolled myself with this one.
No.
You know, anyone who listens to this show knows my personal feelings towards Uri Geller.
Loves him. Biggest fan. You want to see the teacup he uses at home?
Uri Geller
face
teacup.
at the bottom when he gets to the bottom of his tea.
And his duvet.
Yeah, I forgot about the
Well,
bedspread.
first of all, I don't drink tea.
Curtains.
I don't drink tea, first of all. TV personality Uri Geller has stunned Brits after he made an outlandish claim about UFOs wanting to pay their respects to the Queen during a funeral, and he believes he has proof, which means he has no proof because he's a fraud, he's a charlatan, and if I took over tomorrow, he'd be tried as a fraud.
So all them video cameras that were 24/7 live on the queue waiting to go into...
Yep, not one of them got jammed.
But he did.
But he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Genius.
Uri Geller says he has proven his balmy funeral claim after predicting that a UFO will make an appearance at the Queen's State Service. The Israeli-British magician urged Brits to watch the skies, quote, in London ahead of the service which took place on September 19th. He believes he has captured an image which confirms the bizarre theory, which features a blurry, faded black circle in the sky. Oh my god, is that him sat behind a Game of Thrones style chair? Oh, it gives his bent spoons in a fucking Iron Throne top. Oh god, you didn't even bend them with your mind, you fraud.
I'm actually kind of starting to like the guy. Oh. He's getting better looking with age, though.
It's quite funny that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No!
It is quite funny. Come on, the Game of Thrones.
I like that. I
all
like
the
that.
spoons in it. That's funny. You got to give him that.
He's not taking himself too seriously, clearly.
Because he's a bloody fraud!
I like that though.
Has he ever said he's not? Do you know what I mean? Has he ever actually said, oh, no?
He takes credit for a lot of shit.
I know.
Too much.
Yeah.
He said on September 18th at the Queen's funeral, a holy and an emotional day that billions will be watching around the world. I believe they will want to pay their respects too, to quote him. Look at just 3 months ago, the UFO flew over Her Majesty's Jubilee. Following his outburst online, the TV personality took to Twitter to provide an update and said, quote, some people are sending, but I have no way to verify. Just assume that the what is in that photo is real. Just assume it's real. Assume it's real. Do you know what happens when you assume?
It's
You
an
make
ass
a-
out of you and me.
Exactly.
Apparently, what was in the sky was an EasyJet flight from Luton to Dalaman.
What a surprise. Yuri can't tell the difference between a fucking plane and a UAP because he's a fraud. He's a charlatan, and I'd have him arrested and possibly executed.
I love him.
I'm not about sure about the execution.
I want to have his babies.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? You have his babies and lure him here and I'll strangle him while he sleeps.
Fair enough.
Moving on.
Yeah, twat.
Fears tiny 6-inch aliens are targeting Earth as scouts for full-scale invasion.
What?
No.
So there's fears that little tiny 6-inch aliens coming down to Earth as scouts.
6 inches like that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mike's holding his hands at least 4 foot apart.
The British UFO Research Association, BUFORA, has been sent a report of a pocket-sized alien with fears the mini-Martian could be a scout for an extraterrestrial force.
Can I just point out that Bufora are actually quite a reputable organisation along the lines of MUFON?
Are they? Oh, I want a little 6-inch
It's literally
alien to help me with my gardening.
That would just be a fairy.
We'll dress it up like a fairy. Yeah.
Jesus, you think them ones that stole the pork pies of the Vanguard then? Do you remember the 1976 pork pie Martian scare?
No.
Well, there was a woman in Birmingham who said that tiny 6-inch aliens stole this freshly made pork pies.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was within the fairies, wasn't it?
We talked about that in the fairies episode. We talked about it before on a weirdest alien encounters episode.
Yeah.
If it's all tying in, it's all coming together.
Well, before it revealed on its website, we recently received an interesting email at our inquiries desk from someone telling us they'd seen a tiny humanoid-shaped figure. The witness, a woman, said it had an oversized head but stood little more than 6 inches high.
Where's the video?
There's no video for this one.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Problem is, I'm sorry, but if you see anything like that nowadays, there's no fucking excuse for anybody. Everyone has got a camera phone in their pocket
Whip your
nowadays.
camera out.
Take it out, fucking video it.
Whip your dick out, why not?
Before it tried to get more details, but the witness declined, fearing alien retribution.
Makes sense.
God.
But Insider said, we have absolutely no reason to suspect the witness is not being completely honest in describing what she saw.
God, we've got to watch that fucking Confessions of an Alien Abductee. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's hilarious.
Is it?
The one with the Buffon.
No, it hasn't got Buffon in it.
No, the Buffon, the big.
Oh, the woman with the big hair. Yeah,
big
yeah.
Buffon. Beehive hair.
That's right. Yeah, gets abducted while she's having KFC.
Bastards.
I know. Yeah, so tiny 6-inch aliens. They've been here since the 60s, people. They're coming for us.
I think we could take them.
Penis-sized aliens.
Not if they're like just swarms of them. They're just picking your skin clean, picking your bones clean of skin as they pass over you.
Do you know what the problem I see though, right, for these little guys? If they're 6 inches with oversized head, and they kind of stand up straight.
Be quite wobbly, wouldn't they?
No. I was thinking like 6 inches, oversized head, bell end basically. You're just going to have all the slags in the world picking him up and going, oh, it moved! Ah! Stick him up me funny! Just get used, just vibrators.
We could
by all
defeat the aliens
bitches.
by unleashing our skankiest toes upon them.
Mate, you've watched Pornhub? Bonga cams, all these cam things with all the women fingering themselves all over the place. Surely they'd be first on it. They'd be like, oh yeah, we'll give that a go. They're fucked. They won't have a chance.
Literally fucked.
Ah, I get the pun hat for the night.
Their little ray guns are just actual clitoral stimulators.
Put that to yourself.
So I just did.
And it's
No, the punk crown is decided upon by the council of 3. Sorry.
Alright then.
What does the council of 3 say?
Nay, because he keeps on
Nay.
assigning it to
Nay,
himself.
yeah, can't do it. Sorry, council of 3 had to say.
It's the first time I ever tried to do it.
So yeah, imagine Independence Day with little tiny ships.
Have they got a big laser?
Probably.
Oh dear.
Oh, they're hoping they've got a big laser, eh?
So Lisa Slags will be fine.
Yeah.
Unleash the
Unleash the hose!
A
Throng of hose!
We sorted that one.
Yeah, well, there you go. Earth is safe. Yep. Yeah, again, thanks to us.
No problem.
Moving on.
Thanks, NASA. You're welcome.
Pet kangaroo killed owner and stood over body, stopping paramedics from saving him. Little bastard.
Kangaroos are fucking ripped. To be fair, have you seen some of these kangaroos?
Yeah, they're pretty ripped. A man in Australia has been killed after he was attacked by a kangaroo he had been keeping as a pet since he was a little joey. The local alpaca breeder, Peter
Eads,
I think.
was found by a family member at his home in Redmond, Western Australia, having sustained serious injuries.
In other words, he's been punched around the head a lot.
He was boxing with his little pet mate and then took a wrong gun.
They tear you inside
No,
with their...
punch you as well, though. And
Yeah,
that
but
kick, punch
you know,
and kick.
When they kick, they've got really
Yeah.
nasty claws on their back feet.
They got you, don't
And
they?
they literally will gut you. They're-
Sort of like raptor claws, don't they?
yeah,
Almost, you
Well,
know.
they're closest things to like raptors nowadays, really. No, in the
Oh,
way
man,
they-
there's-
Them Australian raptors.
in the way they, in the way
Kangaroos
they
are
do
commonly known as Australian raptors.
it, the way they do it. No, they are. There's
No, I
not
know what
many
you mean
other-
with the
There's not many other
Yeah.
things that would do that. Like so.
ostrich, kiwi. Yeah, all them big birds do, don't they?
Now I've set up this fucking old death scenario in my head for myself. I'm in an Australian outback and
I'd be much more
and I've got a
scared of an
shotgun
Australian
and
raptor.
I click it and go, clever girl, and then I get disemboweled by other kangaroos.
It's a bloody Australian raptor. We'll get it, don't worry, mate. Shove another couple of shrimps on the barbie, we'll be fine.
Clever girl.
Clever Sheila.
Clever Sheila, that's it, yeah.
Right. When
Oh,
the
you
emergen-
beauty.
Clever Shayla, this Skippy is.
When the emergency services arrived at the scene, they were met by an ongoing threat as the kangaroo blocked them from treating EDs. A 3-year-old animal was reported as having made it difficult for the emergency services to get the man by standing guard over his body. I thought he was going to be like proper kicking off or still like fighting with the guy.
No,
was
the
dying.
guy's down on the ground, I guess, at this point, and the kangaroo's probably just up and in front of him, throwing out some punches, or the EMTs are trying to get to him.
Doing
Paramedics trying to get to him.
Muhammad
Oh, this
Ali
is rough.
shuffle.
This is rough. Look, police subsequently decided to shoot the kangaroo in a bid to try and save his life, but his injuries were so severe that he passed away at the scene.
Good.
I guess they had to, didn't they?
Probably, literally.
They had to shoot it, I guess, in that situation.
You got to look at, I suppose, a guy on the floor,
Yeah.
potentially could be saved. Human life comes before an animal life in the law, so...
Terrible.
Really, so just don't keep exotic pets.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to feel sorry for Skippy, really, haven't you?
Yep.
Because
For all you know, they were playing and he just got too rough. You don't know, do you?
You don't know how he
You don't know what happened.
mistreated that kangaroo over years.
he could have been bumming it or anything. He could
Well, the
have
tail
been.
would get in the way.
He could have
You
been.
couldn't bum a kangaroo, you had to train him to do gob jobs.
He could have been doing things to his pouch.
You'd have put a gum shield on him and train him to do gob jobs, wouldn't you?
Well, there's,
Or use his little hands.
the last fatal kangaroo attack was over 80 years ago.
Not anymore. Bloody hell. Struth.
80 years ago, wow. But you seen them fighting in the street? Have you seen the YouTube footage of
What,
it?
the Australians or kangaroos?
Kangaroos?
Oh, right.
Well, they're just like, people have filmed it from their house and there's these two fucking bull kangaroos just laying into one another. Like proper boxing. I mean, to be fair, the heavyweight division's terrible at the moment. Get some kangaroos in.
Dead do fucking Tyson Fury.
They
Definitely.
might. Well, no, just don't have people fighting kangaroos again, because that was a done thing.
I know.
But just have kangaroos fighting kangaroos.
I would kind of like to see Tyson Fury fighting a couple of kangaroos, though. That would
Just
be quite
one.
funny.
I think two would be unfair. At the same time,
I know, he is 6'7" with a really long reach.
it's amazing. You can do one after the other, yeah, but not at the same time. That's slightly unfair.
Alright.
Unless the Undertaker fight a kangaroo in a wrestling match. Like in a Hell in a Cell. I want to see him pile drive a kangaroo from the top of the cell.
Kangaroo wouldn't care because it says they don't distinguish between people and other kangaroos. They just like to. They just want a box, and they know it when it's the sort of breeding season. They get a bit angry, and like, "Urgh,
I was born to box, man. It's not my fault.
box," and they want, I want a spar.
Every kangaroo is basically Rocky Balboa then.
Just waiting to be set free.
Exactly.
You can do a Rocky Balboa Australian accent.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Adrian, mate!
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna try. Adrian! Adrian!
G'day, mate, Adrian! G'day!
I can see the pub from here.
Yes, Adrian, mate. Good on, Adrian.
Yeah, he stopped working for me.
No.
Either way, Chess genius accused of using anal beads to cheat during 300k prize tournament final. A chess genius has been accused of cheating in a £300,000 Sinkerfield Cup tournament final by putting sex toys in his shoes which will vibrate to tell him the correct move to make.
What?
A chess genius has been accused of using a sex toy to better his chances in a tournament final. Accusations of cheating stormed the usually quiet tournament proceedings, with even Elon Musk weighing in on the anal beads controversy.
I bet he did.
But after the long-running Sinkerfield Cup has been levelled with notes of controversy after his lowest-rated player, Hans Niemann, 19, managed to beat 5-time Grand Champion Magnus Carlsen, 31. Foul play allegations were levelled at Niemann, who said that the chess speaks for itself in a match that was called an upset for the ages.
What? How did they figure this shit out?
It was there that allegations of anal beads vibrating the correct moves were aired with the theory that the wireless sex toy vibrations would vibrate to tell Niemann the correct moves. Hidden in the soles of his shoes, Niemann had allegedly devised a contraption that would make his shoes communicate with him via a, quote, prostate massager.
That's just to keep me thrilled while I played chess.
What, in his shoes?
He's only got one in his ass too.
He's always ass, yeah, for sure.
You know he has.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetically speaking of how Niemann could have used his plan, allegations of a hidden player controlling the vibrations were aired. A now deleted tweet from Elon Musk seemed to praise the outsider influence on Niemann's game, with the SpaceX CEO writing, quote, "Talent is a target no one else can hit. Genius is a target no one can see, because it's in your butt."
See? He had it in his butt.
No, he didn't. He says
He had it in his shoes, but Elon's making fun of it as being his butt.
But what I don't get here, right? If this guy is a chess genius, why is he relying on somebody else?
Yeah, why don't they just get the other guy to play him?
That is what I was going to
Well,
say.
what you'd have there is a computer simulation running, wouldn't you? So you'd be feeding that move in,
Right.
and then you'd be like, okay, well, where do I counter that? What do I do here?
So
And the
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue, maybe. Or, you know what? Maybe it's Microsoft Chess on Expert. Who can say?
I think it's pretty hard to beat a chess master.
If you're the lowest ranked player in that tournament,
Even, I mean, with a computer program, surely.
Deep Blue has beaten
Yeah,
a
that's-
lot of computer programs,
yeah,
a lot
that's-
of chess masters.
Not Microsoft Chess, I don't think.
Who knows? It's beaten me. On easy.
A blind nun would beat you,
What is it with you and nuns? So trigger my fear. Oh no, you haven't been watching the nun porn again, have you?
So this is all alleged.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. It's a $1 million event, and they have rescinded their invite for Neumann for next year. He's in banned from the largest global chess site and uninvited from the Chess.com Global Championship.
Even though the accusations have never been confirmed.
Yep. Maybe he just likes butt stuff. Maybe he likes it in his shoes.
Well, he's won 300 grand. He's like, do you know what? Fuck them jealous
And he's
bastards.
got fantastically 80s hair, hasn't
He
he?
is, he looks like he's
He
right
looks-
out of Strange Things.
He does actually look like he's enjoying anal beads right there.
He does, doesn't he? I'm going for 80s metal, like the Scorpions.
I want to
I was
see
going for one David Hasselhoff 80s hair there.
who's got the best caption for that.
It was this big, I'm telling you, right in my ass. He's holding his hand up
it
in it.
stretched my hole to about that.
I'm shitting pancakes.
Sideways, obviously. Flat.
Whether he did it or not, it's
You know-
unconfirmed.
You know what? Majestic hair, though.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah.
I don't say that often. Majestic.
Ben wants
hair.
to run his fingers through.
I'd love that to be my own hair.
Okay, moving on. Nearly 70 decomposing bodies left to rot in suitcases to help catch murderers.
Great. Well, they think bodies they're going to be drawn to them, like,
I like the
ooh,
smell of death.
Love the smell of death in the morning.
Shouldn't the bodies be alive to catch murderers? Otherwise, they're not murdering anybody, are they? It's a dead body. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to explain.
Yeah.
Right, it's Australia again.
Shouldn't they be catching, people that are into necrophilia?
Yes.
No, I think it helps not about DNA testing, I think, and stuff like that. A strange study is taking place in Western Australia where suitcases and bins have been filled with stillborn piglets in the hope of studying and understanding the decomposition process. Researchers are hoping to understand the effects of temperature changes and humidity inside and outside of the cases, as well as changes to their bones or bodies. Several stillborn piglets have been left exposed to the elements as a control group for the study, which hopes to aid crime scene investigators with their reconstruction of events in murder cases.
Now I used to have this image.
Imagine if you stumbled across that in the woods. What's all these suitcases doing?
You know, here's something more tragic. Winnie the Pooh stumbling around, opening all the bins and like, no, piglets! No, piglets! And then he just sits down and puts a revolver in his mouth and blows the back of his brains out against the tree.
Wow, that took a dark scene.
That did.
Definitely, whoa.
Look at them suitcases, they're tied down. I'd be well away with one of them, straight up. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and you find out you've got a dissolved pig fetus right in there. It's just black goo at that point.
Oh.
You'd never get it clean.
See, are they using bins and suitcases because that's where a lot of bodies end up?
Yeah, well, what better to transport a body than a wheelie bin or a suitcase? Not that I'm speaking from personal experience. Just that it's a large movable container to put bodies in.
I'm just seeing him, Grissom out of
CSI, yeah. I always want to see Horatio where he just puts his glasses on, flicks his jacket back, makes a pun and you hear "Wah!" as Won't Get Fooled Again kicks in.
I thought you were strangling a piglet fetus.
I was thinking that as
well.
I knew what you
piglet fetus, and it's squealing. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't rate Horatio.
Yeah, it's just
You don't rate
what do they call it when it's born early?
Grissom is the daddy.
It's just sickening.
Quiet, you two. We're talking about CSI. Grissom is the daddy, but Horatio has the best puns.
CSI and all that crap is just crap. So let's get on with it.
Where'd you stand on NCIS?
They're all as bad as each other. There's about 50 of them. They're all
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just wasn't Grissom for me.
just the final one.
Yep.
What's
So,
Horatio?
a prisoner was found dead after being forced to listen to Baby Sahrk on endless repeat.
You know what?
See it.
I'm with him. I'd do it.
Do you know
I'd kill
what?
myself.
I
I'd
reckon-
bash my head against a fucking wall if
I
they played
reckon
that
an
on my feet.
hour is all it would take.
Yeah. I'd tell them,
Baby Sahrk did it! Boom!
I'd either tell them what they wanted to know or bash my fucking head in against the cell wall.
If anybody doesn't know the song,
We're not going to do it. Listener, we're not going to do it. You want to? If you don't know that chat, you can go and look at it on YouTube. Baby Sahrk song. There you go.
that is pretty much it though, isn't it? Repeated.
That's all it is, yeah.
Mummy Shark, Daddy Shark, Grandma Shark, Grandpa Shark. Yeah. Redonkulous. So, John Basco, 48, was found unresponsive in his cell of an Oklahoma County detention center, US, at around 3:50 a.m. on Sunday, September the 11th. Prison officials said officers tried to resuscitate Basco until emergency responders arrived, but their efforts were in vain. He was pronounced dead, according to a press release. Basco is the 14th inmate to die in prison this year, and the facility has faced criticism in recent months over inmate deaths and escapes, according to New York Post.
Oh,
Escapes.
I hope someone escaped the Baby Sahrk fucking massacre. Oh yeah, crack.
So he was behind bars for a drug trafficking complaint. Don't really know what that means.
So it was any drugs as well. Fucking hell. It wasn't like he hurt, he murdered anybody, raped anybody.
So there was no obvious signs of foul play, and an investigation has been launched into the incident. He told the Oklahoman one of the possibilities being investigated is that he was a drug overdose.
Of course it was.
Basco was among the 4 jailmates suing Oklahoma County, accusing former detention officers Gregory Cornell Butler Jr. and Christian Charles Miles of forcing them to listen to Baby Sahrk on repeat whilst handcuffed to a wall. Former Lieutenant, not Lieutenant, former Lieutenant Christopher Raymond. Why have they always got like 3 or 4 bloody names?
I'm gonna just make a guess because they're all rednecks.
Christopher Raymond Hendershot was also sued for learning about the incidents 2019 but doing nothing to stop them.
So I guarantee you that Gregory Cornell Butler Jr. and Christian Charles Miles are probably ex-US Army who've got into the prison guard industry now and use that technique in Iraq to
psychological torture.
So they
get them to break.
They do it,
get prisoners to break.
They do it to them for like 2 hours at a time.
Oh no, there's more than that. It's been 24 hours of Iraqi detainees listening to Enter Sandman, which I'd love.
I'm telling you about this.
I know, I'm just saying that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like white torture, almost like white noise torture, but the opposite, isn't it?
I mean, if you're an Iraqi, you've never heard Enter Sandman in your life. What the fuck is this being blasted at me for 24/7 for 3 days straight? Or the Barn of the Dinosaur song?
Luckily,
that'd drive me insane.
Lieutenant Hendershot retired, the 2 officers were fired, and all 3 were charged with misdemeanor counts of cruelty to a prisoner in conspiracy. So good.
That's
what
fucking
came
shocking.
It
What
is.
song gonna make you crack first? You see the Barn of the Dinosaur or Baby Sahrk? It's gonna be one of the fucking 2.
Baby Sahrk all day long.
Shark.
If the prisoner was black, I guarantee they were white, weren't they?
The names like they've got, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, 100% they were
I
white.
wonder how much it
They
was
were white.
racist.
Where was it? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
That's Midwest, isn't it? Oklahoma. I'm not gonna do the famous song chorus about Oklahoma. Baby Sahrk, I'd crack with that, definitely. And Barn of the Dinosaur. Not Metallica though, I'd probably love that. But then I'd realise it and turn it off.
If they were child molesters or something, fair dues. Torture them away with Baby Sahrk all day fucking long. But he wasn't. He was trying to earn a living to probably feed his family. In the only way he probably could.
Oh, times are tough.
That's what I mean. So yeah, shit show.
Yep. The quicker they legalise drugs, the better.
Yeah.
He's just in a layer cake type.
Well, the drug war's failed, hasn't it?
The war on drugs? He's pumped money into the military industrial complex for the last 50 years. How's it failed?
It was always doomed to fail from the start.
How has it failed? It's been pumping all that money into the military industrial complex pockets. How has it failed? It hasn't failed at all. It's been massively successful. The drugs are still there and everyone's got rich.
Yep, sadly.
Yeah. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't trust Uri Geller.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Don't keep an Australian raptor, mate.
I think we've coined that new expression, that new name for a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Australia Raptor. Trademarked. And I've been Pete. Yeah. Again. Oh, I've gone complete blank.
You gone blank, even though you just read the last article.
What was the last article?
Don't suffer people to listen to Baby Sahrk over and over again. It's inhumane.
Or do if you really want to break someone's will. Also, I just want to say, follow us on Facebook, Come to the Ball and the Post-Truth Apocalypse, YouTube, Apocalypse Ball, and most podcasting platforms as Cutting to the Ball in the PTA. Good night.